guys, welcome to our first virtual homeschool program. We're sorry you can't be here in person, but we're really excited to be celebrating our first program entitled Forest Detectives. So I know if you guys have been here before, you love to get out here in Lyonia Preserve and take a hike and look for things. And that's what we're going to be doing today. So we're going to be especially focusing on lichens, mushrooms, decomposers, producers, consumers. We're going to be talking about all of that. So follow along with me and let's head down the trail. All right, look what we found, guys. It's our first mushroom. Mushrooms are so cool. A lot of times people see them and they kick them or step on them. And we're going to be talking in just a little bit more about why that's a bad idea. But look at that. It's so cool. Every time you come out here, you might see something different. Mushrooms can pop up really quickly, so always be on the lookout. And sometimes look how camouflaged that one is. It's very cool, blending in with all those brown leaves. So we're going to keep going and see what else we can find. Hey guys, I'm in one of my favorite places out here in the preserve. If you've been here on a hike with me before, we might have been here. This is near the small wetland, and this is a beautiful place filled with tons of lichens. Now the great thing about lichens is they are a good indicator of healthy air. So I always like to take in some really good deep breaths when I'm here. I know you guys aren't here with me, but you can do it at home, pretend you're here. But lichens are so cool. Lichens are actually a combination of two things, fungus and algae, and they work together to survive. Now, these lichens, this one that we're looking at with all of these on the ground is deer moss. We've got a lot of deer moss. We're going to be learning about that, as well as British soldier moss, old man's beard, lots of different kinds of lichens. So there's over 15,000 species of lichens worldwide. So we are fortunate to have some of these. Now, one cool thing about the lichens is they're actually edible. Now, I wouldn't eat them just right here, but if you were lost in the woods, they say it's a good survival thing to eat. They're very acidic though. So if you were gonna be lost in the woods or out camping and you wanted to eat some lichens, you'd probably need to cook them first. But they're so cool. Beautiful, beautiful, and they cover the ground here. So when you're able to get back out here to Lyonia Preserve, I hope you'll come and spend some time in this spot because it's really, really nice. All right, so this area, guys, look at all this deer moss. It's so, so beautiful. The thing about this deer moss is this is probably pretty old. Deer moss and other types of lichens like this, they only grow 1 or 2 millimeters a year. So these lichens are probably decades old. So this is deer moss. And one thing you can tell when you come out here and examine it is if it is super squishy like this, that lets me know it's been raining. And we did get a lot of rain here yesterday. Sometimes you come out and it's super dry and crunchy. You can almost crumble it into powder. But I love it when it's like this. Very, very spongy. Now, the other one is British soldier moss. Do you see those little red tips? That's called the fruiting body, which when we eat mushrooms, the part that we eat, that is also the fruiting body. But this one is called British soldier moss. The British soldiers were known as the redcoats, so it has these beautiful little red fruiting bodies. It's one of my favorites. Now this one feels a little bit drier. This one was from out off of the trail, so it's a little bit crunchier, not quite as soft as the others. So there's so many things that you can examine, take a look at closely, use a magnifying glass if you have one. Better yet, if you have a microscope, you can look at these things up close and see all the little intricacies of them. So cool. All right, we're gonna head into the classroom. We're gonna talk a lot more about this, so I'll see you there.